Okay, so 2011, my mantra with my company is to become a student of your trade. No longer are we gatekeepers for the MLS and lock boxes. We're no longer just paper pushers. We need to become students of our trade because that's where our value is as an industry, and explaining to the consumer the economics of real estate and where interest rates come from, how they're derived. That's where our real value is. And to find those things and learn those things is actually pretty easy. You don't have to go to college and get a degree in it. You can research those things online. You can join blogs. You can basically turn the typical newspaper into an educational text for you every morning so that you're learning new things about your industry on a daily basis that you then can turn around and share with the consumer and offer benefit. The first thing I'm going to go over is 11 blogs to follow. This is kind of where you start. And creating that newspaper of information that you want to know. Okay, the traditional newspaper, the traditional paper that gets in the driveway every morning, it tells you what they want you to know and when they want you to know it. Okay, that's not permission-based marketing. Okay, that's interruption-based marketing. So where marketing has gone now is to a more permission-based. So you can control the information that you receive and how you receive it. So if you use something called an online reader, a free one is Google Reader, you can eliminate all that unnecessary noise. Okay? What's going on in J-Lo's life? What's happening on American Idol? Those aren't things that help the consumer. Those aren't things that are going to help your business. But it's noise that we're kind of brought into when it's out there. Okay? So by using something like a Google Reader, you can control the news you get and make sure it's information that you want, and you use your time wisely then. This is what a Google Reader looks like. This is actually mine. And all as I do is in the morning I pop open my Google Reader, scan over the blogs that I subscribe to, see if there's anything interesting to me, something I want to learn more about. I may comment on a few. I might forward a few, maybe share a few with some consumers or some colleagues I work with, and then go on with my day. This is, you have to look at this as your newspaper of 2011. Okay? Takes a little bit of time to set it up, and it's something that's always ongoing. But once you set it up, it will give you so much information that you can use to make you a better real estate agent. So the first one is Inman. Has everybody in here heard of Inman? Yes? I know you have. Inman is a huge real estate technology company. They hold 2 conferences every year. One in January in New York, one in end of July, beginning of August in San Francisco. He usually has the top people in technology, but also in business come to these conferences. At the last one, he had the CEO of Zappos come and talk about how they've really set themselves apart from your other typical online stores. And the information is just amazing. Now, not everybody can afford to hop on a plane and spend $1,000 to go to Inman in San Francisco. A lot of the information that they share at these conferences is then fed all year long through their blog. So just by subscribing to their information, you get a lot of this information. Not only that, it broadens your knowledge base of what's going on nationally in the real estate industry. Because even though real estate is local, it is also national because your clients in many cases are coming from other places in the country or even in the world. The other one is futureofrealestatemarketing.com, otherwise known as the Forum blog, F-O-R-E-M. The Forum blog was created by Joel Bersalom a few years ago, and he's now with another company. But Katie Lance has taken it over. It is an Inman company, but again, they have just great little tips every single day. You know, how to create your Facebook list, how to take your clients and separate them all into lists, or take your friends, I should say. And, you know, taking that Facebook business page that you created 6 months ago because you took a class and somebody said you should do it and you haven't touched it since. Yes. You know, it tells you where to go from there. Okay, there's a lot of tutorials. And also, the great thing about reading things online like this is that there's always links and other information that you can then click on, and you can watch a video that shows you how to do it. You don't get that with just a piece of paper in front of you. TechSavvyAgent.com is a blog run by Chris Smith. He is actually one of Inman's innovators this year. He has some great information. If you watch his videos, watch them in slow motion or watch them a few times, because he talks a mile a minute. But he's got some great information. He's doing a once weekly kind of recap of what he does now. He's got Tech Savvy TV, where he goes on and shows you how to do things. It's great, great information, and this is all free. My Tech Opinion, run by Reggie and Nicole Nicolay. Again, great, great information. They delve more into not necessarily the apps and Facebook and social media. They delve more into marketing, real estate marketing. They do create blogs and websites for agents, but again, just to subscribe is free. If you haven't been to Realtor.org in a while, just because we don't think to go there on a regular basis, many of us, go to their web feeds page. I was actually really amazed at all the different feeds and the content they have that you can subscribe to and put into a reader. They have the YPN blog is fantastic. They have a technology blog that you can subscribe to. Not only that, you can also subscribe to the real estate headlines for the whole country, along with FHA, HUD headlines, mortgage headlines, all kinds of things that are really pertinent to our industry that you're not going to get in a local newspaper here. And I don't know how many people subscribe to the Wall Street Journal or the New York Times, but that's basically the real estate information that's right on here. Notorious ROB is a site written by Rob Hahn. He is a real estate consultant for a lot of the Realology corporations. He's very, very opinionated, but he's also brilliant. He's an attorney. He recently sold a house and bought another one, and he's sharing a lot of that whole process right now and how to make it better. And he's got some he really makes you think. He really does. You have to have some extra time to read this blog because he's very, very in-depth. And again, very opinionated. 1000 Watt Consulting is where Joel Bursalem is working now. They recently went through a lot of real estate websites and graded various real estate company sites. They have, again, some fantastic information. They really make you think about how to be a better agent, how to better serve the consumer. And that's one of the great things about 1000 Watt is that these guys are consumers. And they're consulting with real estate companies, but they're looking at it from a consumer standpoint, saying, how can you make it better for the consumer? VAR Buzz is VAR's blog. They've got great information about what is going on right now with the legislation that's on the table, what's going on in Virginia, which again, we all need to know. And this is something that you're not going to get from any type of local media feed, but you can get it just by subscribing to VAR Buzz. All right, Zillow. They have a blog, believe it or not. They've got some really cool information. This is the kind of information that your clients are getting. All right, your clients are subscribing to this stuff. The consumer loves this stuff. The top 10 man caves for Super Bowl Sunday, they love that stuff. Okay, but I mean, think about what you can do with this information. First of all, it's free. So what if you were to pop this into, say, a post of your own or an email of your own, send it out to your clients and say, what does your man cave look like? Send me a picture. Maybe have even a contest. You know, I'll give you, you know, whoever has the best man cave gets a $25 gift certificate to a sports bar. You know, this kind of stuff is where you get those ideas, to be different and to stand out from other people in the industry. Real Estate Tomato. I love that name. They do a lot of training. If you sign up for their information, again, they have a free blog. You can follow them on Twitter, Facebook, just like everybody else. But they have some great training, and you can sign up to get their training schedule. And if there's something that you need a little bit of extra help with or just something that you're interested in, it doesn't cost very much. And you just sit there and watch a webinar, and you know, it takes a half hour and you've learned something that day. If you don't want to pay to do any training, again, the blog is free. All this information is free. And then there's my blog, Wolkia. I have to promote that. Right now I'm doing a series for this year called One a Week, where I'm just taking one site, teaching people how to use it, and we go from there. Some of them are real estate related, some of them aren't, like this one, RoboForm. It's a application you can install into your computer that remembers all of your passwords for you. It's not saved to the cloud, so it is on your computer. It is, nobody can steal it unless they steal your computer and steal your main password that's about this long. But you don't have to remember any passwords anymore. So anyway, you can subscribe right there in a reader. If you scroll down, you can subscribe in an email. I also do have an instant chat button on there. So if y'all have questions, if you get stuck on something, if I'm not teaching, I'm usually online. So you can always just click on instant contact and just chat with me and ask me a question. And if we need to, we'll pick up the phone and do it the old-fashioned way.